Oh my goodness.
So
I actually got a comment from a friend of mine the other day that she said she very, very much loved Isaac's voice.
Well, hey, girl.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you for a minute.
Said that you have a great radio voice.
Traffic and weather on the 5. We're going to take it slowly down the hallway.
I feel very dirty right now.
Yep. Let's talk about Australia, man. What is it, Tuesday?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Australia today because today is the day in history that the British
blew up Australia.
Settled Australia.
Colonized.
They took their prisoners there and used it as a place to dump people that they didn't want anymore. I'm Misty.
And I'm Ike.
For the next 15 minutes,
We're going to debate pop culture.
my background's in music.
My background's in film.
I know the topics beforehand.
And I don't.
We check the internet for the facts.
And ruin it with opinions.
From pop rocks in your lunchbox.
To Happy Meal toys and Swatch clocks. So why do we want to talk about them?
Because Australians are amazing.
They are some of the most beautiful people in the world.
And they are some of the nicest, most logical, funny. Like, there's just so many great things about the Australians that I know.
Guys,
and I love Australia so much.
If you're an Australian male or female,
under the age of 50
and over the age of 18, please email our producer Nick at mistyandyike.com and send us your headshot. We're taking applications.
For what?
For stuff.
Oh. Like dirty stuff?
For Australian stuff.
Australian stuff.
Sign me up.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's super cool that the Australians were able to build what they have out of, the way
rocks.
that because the Aboriginal folks were there for long before that.
Yeah.
But they turned it into something that's amazing. Like, it's a very, very diverse country and continent. They're just amazing.
You know why everybody's probably in a good mood over there?
Because they live on beaches and beautiful cities.
Yeah, and they're all spread out. Everybody's got enough room to just do whatever they want.
Absolutely, 100%.
Unlike America, that doesn't have any land in the middle of it that we couldn't possibly dominate left. Sarcasm, folks.
I was like, whoa, what? I also, I think that Australia has brought us some amazing things.
Such as koala bears.
Koala bears and kangaroos.
Tennis.
Clearly. Actually, koala bears are they smell real bad.
Taking a page out of Nick's book. Don't take my koala bears away from me. I'll give you that
They're
all have
real
chlamydia.
cuddly, and they have chlamydia, but they smell like pee because they pee on themselves.
Well,
because they're all high from the eucalyptus leaves.
Dude, eucalyptus is my jam.
You eat eucalyptus?
I don't eat it, but I put it in my shower steams.
Very nice. You surprise me in your evolution every single day.
Evolution? Have
you
ever
evolving
smelled?
So much. Like,
have you ever smelled eucalyptus?
Yeah, I used to hang it from my shower head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Because a lot of people don't do that.
Did you know that if you hang eucalyptus in your shower, you don't have to use soap?
And we're back at step 1.
I got Nick finally.
Okay, so I think of Australia, and I think that this could go either way, like for men or women. When I think of Australia, I'm like, Australia's kind of like America's really cool older sister. Like, all the super cool things when you were a kid that your older siblings did, Australia has that. And for dudes, it's the same. Australia brought us AC/DC.
That's not a selling point.
Are you kidding me?
What's wrong with you? You don't like AC/DC?
What the
I really
fuck?
don't. I've never been an AC/DC fan.
Oh, okay. So you're not into...
They talk about hell and they talk about the devil.
Oh, yeah. Because you're
That's
super
not
religious
Christian.
now?
That is not Christian.
Okay.
I'm doing the rest of this episode as a Southern Baptist white woman.
I don't...
Oh.
Karen, I don't need this today.
You don't know anything about Australia then.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. You haven't traveled outside of Coffee County, south, wherever.
But
Coffee County, and it's
I'm
North
just making
Carolina.
up things.
But if you're from here and not from Australia, you wouldn't know that they don't have ketchup there.
They do too, Nick.
They
You're just
absolutely-
instigating
they
riots
do not-
right now.
They do
I'm
not
going
have
to
ketchup
have a
there.
riot here at my desk.
They don't have, look it up.
How many people in this room have been to Australia?
All of us. So
Many times.
Have you ever been, Nick?
Misty,
Nick, have you been to Australia?
Of course not. Look up.
She's been there.
Okay. They don't
I've
have-
eaten in Australia.
Out.
No. They don't have ketchup.
Are we back at that again?
Yes.
Nick, what makes you think that they don't have ketchup there?
Because
One of his tattoos.
Because they
says
don't
it.
have ketchup there.
Because he's got a tattoo of the circle and the stripe, and it says I'm done.
Why do you not think they have ketchup?
well, they don't. You can look it up.
Okay, go ahead.
Google Australia ketchup.
Okay. Are you talking about them like catching up to America in
No,
pop culture?
no.
They are
K-E-T.
so far beyond us.
KETCHUP. Ketchup.
But okay, I'm gonna wait for Isaac to look this up.
Oh, okay. Mars food is also mildly interesting. It is kind of a spicier, heavier seasoned tomato sauce.
They
don't
also
have
It's called ketchup in Australia is called tomato sauce.
But those are different things. Ketchup and tomato sauce are not the same
Only
thing.
to us.
Ketchup, no. Ketchup has a higher tomato paste content. It's a more complex thing that they've put together.
Fake news.
No,
Hey, Nick,
this is all something
I'm
we
going
can
to
look
tell
at.
you,
They don't
I
have
have
ketchup.
eaten room service in many hotels across all of Australia. And I often, from room service, sometimes all I will order is french fries. And you know what I get?
Chips
I get-
with tomato paste.
No, I get those tiny little bottles of Heinz ketchup.
No.
I'm going to take
Well,
a photo the next
in the-
time
listen.
that I'm there.
Reddit says the term ketchup is virtually unknown there. They don't know that word.
They don't know the word,
Yeah.
but at a hotel, you can say, they do know the word because you can say, I would like some mustard and some ketchup.
You
And
might-
they bring you Heinz ketchup in a
might-
little glass bottle.
You might be surprised to learn that ketchup was also called tomato ketchup to distinguish it from its more traditional predecessors.
So looks like I'm right.
No, not even remotely. Again, which one of us has been to Australia?
Generally, it's contextual. Contextual. If you ask where the sauce or tomato sauce is at a barbecue, you're going to get handled a bottle of ketchup.
Yeah, because they have ketchup.
So tomato ketchup is usually referred to simply as sauce, but it is called tomato sauce generally only to distinguish it from barbecue sauce. Only the lowest form of heathen would confuse tomato ketchup with pasta sauce or tomato paste.
Like Nick, the
Heathen.
lowest form of heathen.
Hello, Nick. So another weird Australian fact.
Okay.
I worked for an Australian guy for years, and one of my favorite things was how angry he would get about Foster's because they advertise themselves as Australian for beer,
Right.
and it just bugged him. He used to all the negative things he used to say about Foster's because they just don't actually drink that there.
No, it's
No.
it's not a good beer.
And they don't have Outback Steakhouse there either.
They don't. It's completely American.
Have you ever taken an Australian friend to an Outback for the first time?
that same guy refused to ever go to Outback. He
I
wouldn't
don't
go.
blame him.
There's nothing Australian on the menu.
no.
Yep.
And
They don't
yeah,
have kangaroo. They don't have didgeridoos. They don't have bopple flangers. They don't have doodle boppers or squiggly biscuits or any of that
You
stuff.
do know that in
Squiggly
Australia
biscuits.
they do eat kangaroo.
What's that?
What?
They're called kanga patties.
I was trying to go for that David Spade scene
yeah.
where he's talking about fireworks, and he's like, with and without the Swizzler stick. Anyway, none of my jokes are landing here. I hope you guys at home are
Okay.
enjoying me. I just had a massive craving for a cup of coffee. It's so early in the morning right now.
Super early. Kanga bangers. They're not kanga patties. Kanga bangers.
So like hot dogs.
It's like in the form. You can get them in like a steak or in sausage. Kanga bangers.
I don't know about that.
What?
I mean, there's so many. It's just like deer. People eating venison. Like they have to actually. You don't know about it because it's not something that we have here. That's why you're like, "Arr."
Well, I don't eat tomato paste either.
All right, speaking of foods.
I eat ketchup
You
in
can't-
Australia.
You can't talk. Oh, really? We're going to do this for 15 minutes? We can't talk about Australian foods without bringing up the old Tam Tams.
Tim Tams.
That's what I said.
Not even really.
Tam Tams.
Tim Tams.
They're chocolate goodness.
They are freaking delicious.
All right, you want to hear a
Absolutely.
list of Australia's culinary delights?
I would actually.
Hamburger with beetroot.
Beetroot are just beets, red beets.
Thanks for mansplaining that one for me, Karen.
No, I just wanted to make sure that ketchup over here understands. I don't like.
Called ketchup. They were fighting about it earlier. Oh, man. All right.
That just because it's called something different doesn't mean it's not the goddamn same.
You simple stupid. All right, here's some more Australian foods. Green chicken curry pie, chicken and corn soup. So that's basically just water, chicken and corn, whatever. Fantallies. What's a fantallies? Anyway,
I don't know what that is.
crab sticks sound delicious to me.
That sounds
Is that
really
like
good.
fish sticks, but they're made out of crabs?
I think so.
Barramundi,
Barramundi, it's a fish.
grilled kangaroo. Seems like that'd
Kanga patties.
Seems like that'd be a bit gamey. Cheese and bacon roll. How could you not?
So good.
That's the two most
Yeah, that
delicious
sounds good.
flavors in the world. Do you? Okay, so over here we wrap everything in bacon, but over there, do they wrap everything in cheese?
No, not necessarily.
Come on now.
I will tell you, like, one of their, one of the things I love about Australia, like, their version of fast food, there's a place called Pie Face, and it's hand pies. So it's, like, meaty, you've got savory and sweet, but they're, like, these little, like, crusts that are stuffed.
Yeah.
And then fried. And they have, like, ham and
like-
cheese inside of them,
It's
or
like
bacon
British
and cheese.
empanadas. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a whole chain called Pie Face. And on the top of them, they have little smiley faces. And they're delicious.
They got barbecued snags.
Ooh, what's that?
I don't know what that
It's
is.
basically sausages.
Okay.
Chicken parmigiana.
Which
It's the classic Aussie chicken dish with roots in Italian American cooking. If you couldn't put that one together by yourself, you simpleton. Let's see. What else is cool about Australia?
well, I like a bunch of the people that came from there. Like,
Boomerangs. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Just couldn't-
boomerangs.
I had to blurt that out.
sometimes you have to. Robin Hood came from there.
Robin Hood Men in Tights?
All the Robin Hood. Like the whole story of Robin Hood is
Seriously?
Australian.
I thought it came from England.
Nope, it's Australian.
Steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Exactly. Because that's kind of one of the, like, Australian, I don't know, the philosophy there is
Falafel?
that everyone is given an equal shot. Like it's a very strong like sense of like how they work as a nation, that everyone is equal and has an equal shot. And so Robin Hood is kind of like it. I want to say that it was written as like a tribute to that idea that people should be able to make the best no matter what their stage in life is.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I have 10 interesting facts about Australia that may surprise you.
Okay.
I got that from Nick. I'm sorry, I've been hanging out with Nick too long.
It's okay.
Did you know that the Australian Alps, first of all, did you know there were Australian Alps? No, I did not.
I did, only because I've done research before I went there, and I remember running into a
She ate
thing.
fries with ketchup on top of a mountain or something.
I'm sorry, I went there now.
Stop it. Stop it. The
Sorry,
Australian...
ketchup.
Shut up. Sorry.
Don't ever.
If you guys keep it up. The Australian Alps get more snow than the Swiss Alps.
Does it say where the Australian Alps are? In Australia. Like what part?
No, but there's a really beautiful picture of them. 90% of Australians live on the coast.
Because
Yeah, I'd heard that before.
it's just wild land in the middle,
Yeah.
and like the cities are all along the edges of it.
Tasmania has the cleanest air in the world.
Because ain't nobody living in Tasmania.
That's right. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest ecosystem in the world.
It's so
What's left
pretty.
of it?
So pretty.
Ooh, you know what, guys? I think we're going to have to move this show to Australia.
I think we should.
Australia has over 60 separate wine regions.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
There's a winery in Australia where you can play archery while you're drinking wine. You can shoot bows and arrows.
Y'all can't go there at the same
I
time.
want to.
I'm into that.
I
though.
want
Let's
to
do
so
that.
much.
We can do that together, though.
Yeah.
You guys will just
Yeah.
sit there and whine about it the whole time. Because it's a wine to... Oh, shut up. Fraser Island is
I was like,
is the largest sand island in the world. Okay. Indian Pacific Train has the longest straight section of track in the world.
It's very cool.
Can you take a train straight through the dead center of Australia?
I would assume so because like I said, I think it's just like outback in the middle. That's where the
They don't have
desert
outbacks
type.
there. The Great Ocean Road is the world's largest war memorial. 80% of animals are unique to Australia. That's interesting.
What?
They have a lot of shit that can kill you in Australia.
There are more things in Australia that can kill you than anywhere else. More kinds of spiders and bugs and things in the water that can just murder you.
And their biggest celebrity, Iggy Azalea.
How did you time that out?
I was going to go with Hugh Jackman or Nicole Kidman, but I have to agree with Nick now.
Margot Robbie.
None of the Hemsworths or Hugh Jackman or Keith Urban.
Heath Ledger.
Kate
Rest in
Blanchett.
peace. Heath.
Naomi Watts.
Russell Crowe.
I've worked with all of those people. All of them at one time.
Sia,
Except for
Crowded
Iggy
House.
Azalea.
I have not. I don't care to work with her. All right.
You guys, I'm going to end this with the one thing that I found out about Australia when I, like, in my reading that I'd never heard when I was there.
Please drop a ketchup note right here.
I'm not going to.
If you ended it.
I'm not going to. I'm not. I can't. I do not want. No.
I'm just going to leave you with this one last thing.
gonna
There's ketchup.
There's fucking ketchup in Australia. When Australia started to use the idea of something being exchanged as a currency instead of money,
Yep.
rum. 100% across the line, rum was their thing that they used to barter with each other, use as currency.
That's a good way to take it out. Should we go take a shot of rum in their honor?
I think so.
All right.
I'm going to take a shot of ketchup.
Let's do it.
Oh, we're out.